live?
Live and direct.
Oh, Viraj.
Listen.
We're back, baby.
Absolutely.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much. Good game.
Good game.
It's nice to be back.
This is a journey we've been on for 3-4 years. Smoke sessions, 1 minute smoke. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to 17,000 followers, 1.6 million likes, and then we decided to go on a 2-year sabbatical so we can find ourselves. And we found ourselves.
And we're right back where we are.
I found that I have chlamydia. The
And
worst
he's
case.
actually a great comedian.
You found out that you've got gonorrhea.
And I've, failed to run a business once.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
I
You
appreciate
cut your
it.
beard off?
Yeah, you don't like it?
No,
Why?
I don't respect it.
You've been going on about this for like 2 years.
Anyone can have a short beard, but you had like a big beard.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I look like someone that hadn't left the house in about 4 years.
And that's exactly what I liked about you.
No, we don't need that. It's not a good look.
No, this short look, there's nothing spectacular about it. It doesn't...
Just blends into the right environment. I don't need it. It's just too much hassle. Like, you think about it, right? You have to maintain that thing. It's like hair. Got to maintain it, got to look good, got to make sure you're doing it either yourself or you're going to the barbers. It's just a lot of time spent looking after a thing. I'm past that. Do you not get that now?
No.
Why?
No.
Like,
Not
you
when-
won't do things just for convenience.
If I could grow
This
a beard
is just
like...
a convenience.
Here's what you're doing that's disgusting, right? You could grow a beautiful, luscious beard that flows like the ocean, and instead you have this little itty-bitty thing. You're wasting a talent.
Can't you grow yours?
No, I can't do that.
Why?
It doesn't connect.
I'm sure
It doesn't connect, and it's too thin. It will just be like, yours is seductive and sexy. It makes you look like you've moved to, which you did at one point, moved to the mountains for 6 months.
Yeah, became a yogi and then came back and
Yeah.
realised that life wasn't for me.
Yeah. You really are Owen Wilson from Meet the Fockers.
Yeah.
Just random stories.
They come up now and again.
Yeah. You know what pisses me off? This is something I've been thinking about recently. I don't like people who have life stories
Why?
because they want to tell you about them. Just shut up. I don't care.
But you literally
No.
tell everyone your life story all the... You just like
Yeah,
the
I'm being
sound of
paid
your
for
own
it though.
voice.
You know when someone tells you their life story unsolicited?
Uh-huh.
I hate it.
Why? But it doesn't make... But it's so nice.
No. My nephew's trying to get in.
If we had a camera filming that way,
Yeah.
it'd be great.
Unfortunately, he's too young to be a guest.
Just the kid cam.
Here's my problem with...
hold on.
Yeah.
Before we get into this, before we jump into the thing, can we just assess the situation as it currently
Sure.
is? I don't know how many followers you were on when we started this and what you're on now.
Mm-hmm.
But you're a proper comic.
Maybe.
Like you're doing a thing and it's actually working. And,
Maybe,
like,
yeah.
People are seeing that.
I think so. Maybe.
What's it like? I've been wanting to ask you this properly for a while.
I feel good.
Does it
feel
feel any
good.
different than the first time you did it, or is it just a job now?
No, I feel good. I like where things are at, and I'm on the right track.
What does the right track mean?
You know, things are moving in the right direction. The things I've wanted to happen have happened, but now I need to keep the ball moving.
Did you have those things set out? Like, was it on a mood board? Was it visualized, or did you say, "I want to do this thing. I want to get"?
Mood boards are for wastemen. You have a mood board,
I
innit?
don't have a mood board.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Any man who wears a hat backwards has a mood board.
I can wear it frontwards if you like.
That's not a mood board. That's a Ouija board. If you're wearing a hat.
Did you set yourself a target and have you achieved them, or are you just working your way through a list of achievements?
Yes. No, I did have target. I found my goals list the other day.
Okay.
I'm ahead of schedule, which is good.
Ahead of schedule.
I'm ahead of schedule, which
Nice.
is good.
By how many years?
4.
Okay, so you're doing pretty well.
I'm happy. Everything I've wanted to happen has happened so far in comedy, which is great.
Can we get into it? Are we allowed to talk about it?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Right, so you got signed.
Yes.
That was a big moment.
Yeah.
It was a moment I know that I've been with you for a period of time where it's actually something I've realised you want a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like achieving it?
It's good. It's good. Like
Because it's a full circle moment. Let's be perfectly honest. Like you got on stage at what's the place?
Up the Creek.
Up the Creek.
At Mo Gilligan's
At
show.
Mo Gilligan's show, and you've gone full circle to now. You're now signed by the same agency.
Mm-hmm.
that he's under and also owns up the creek. So
Yeah.
full circle moment. How did it make you feel?
It's when you realize, when you accomplish something, it gives you the ability to never doubt yourself again. Because you've seen it happen.
So you know you're good. Like, you know you can do the thing.
I know I can make something happen.
That's pretty
Which is nice. I have the evidence. Like, I actively wanted something and I got it. Maybe for the first time, yeah. To that level, yeah.
As an adult.
As an adult, yeah. Like I set out for something. The PhD as well.
Mm-hmm.
I set out for something and I got it done. And when you realize something like that, it gives you the confidence that, okay, I can do other things now.
Does it make you dream bigger? Like the goals get bigger, or is it kind of just the same as you move forward?
Well, once you achieve a certain goal, you want something bigger,
Mm-hmm.
which is probably not good if you're seeking happiness, because that's not how you achieve happiness. But from a career standpoint, it's great. It's really good from a
Is
career
this thing
standpoint.
keeping, like, is it making enough money to keep you alive, or do you have to continue to do the PhD?
But the PhD is done. You mean like
Sorry,
lecturing?
the stuff
I
at
can
uni.
I can like stay alive off comedy now, but like I can still lecture. I've got the time.
Do you want to lecture
At the moment, yeah.
at the moment? You think it will stop?
I think it's probably my last year.
Really?
Yeah, if my manager sees this, sorry. I don't need to give you 8 months notice. So legally, I'm not.
But why? Why not keep doing it? Like, you did the whole PhD for a reason, no?
Yeah, but I can channel my PhD stuff through other methods rather than staying in academia. I could write a book. Hint.
Interesting.
You know, I can do other things. I can talk about it on social media. I don't need to lecture.
So you want to use the comedy platform
Yeah.
as the vehicle for the PhD?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the goal. I think that's the most productive use of my time anyway.
Do you sit there and think about this stuff, or do you just go and do the thing?
Both. Like I have a rough idea of what I want to do and I'll try and go get it done.
Do you make a plan and
No.
do it, or you just freestyle the whole way through?
I think you can plan things to death.
Uh-huh.
You know
Are
when
you past that point?
Yeah, I don't want to.
Did you used to do that? Because I know I used to. Like, plan things to death and then try and start it, and you're like, oh, this is really weird.
Nothing most of my life, I think I've just been just start,
Figure it out as I go along.
figure out. I learned that from my dad. You just do something. I'll tell you a story. Like, my mum and dad, they bought a butcher shop with no experience in butchering. They just saw a busy butcher shop that was for sale, so they bought it.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know how to butcher. They learned to butcher and they turned it into a successful business. There's a good lesson in that. You start now and you work it out later.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can plan things to death. And I think I've taken that into my own life. Like with stand-up comedy, I wasn't good at stand-up when I started. I didn't know how to do a PhD, but I was like, fudge it. I'm going to give it a go and we'll see what happens. And now I have chlamydia.
He loves that joke.
I do.
It's so low.
Not for a guy who's never had chlamydia. I'm kind of manifesting chlamydia. In a
Don't
way.
do it to yourself.
Yeah,
It's not
I
worth
don't
it.
want chlamydia.
Don't do it. Do you have people come up to you and ask for tips on comedy now that they've seen you blow up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they're like,
You know,
3 things.
When someone tells me they want to get into stand-up, there's a little part of me that says, "Oh, do you really want to get into stand-up?" because I'm going through the process. I appreciate how long it is and how hard it is, and I don't think when people initially decide they want to do stand-up comedy, they realize how hard it is to get into.
It's a bit like doing this. We think it's fun,
Yeah.
and it is, but no one realizes how much time you have to spend for it to actually grow.
Yeah. It really, if you want to do
And
this,
comedy's a 4-year thing, right? Like, give or take. If you can fast track it in certain ways.
yeah, for most people, you ain't making any money in your first 5 years of stand-up.
First 5 years of
Yeah,
stand-up.
for most people. I got fortunate. I started making some money a little bit earlier than that, but for most people, there's nothing in the first 5
You have
years.
to really commit to it.
You have to really commit to it.
Like, it's a thing that you do.
Yeah, you have to let it ruin your life.
That's not fun.
I've lost relationships, Viraj. I've gained weight. I've lost weight. My penis shrunk. That's got nothing to do with comedy. That's a hormonal thing. Yeah, you gotta sacrifice things in this. In any walk of life, you gotta sacrifice things. Nothing is free. It ain't about how hard you get hit
It's about
how much you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how chlamydia gets. I'm joking.
What's with the chlamydia
I
jokes?
just find it funny. It's a
It's
fun
just a
word.
thing, just thing at the moment.
I said-
I'll be on something else next week by the time we get
I
here.
was speaking to my mum about someone the other day, And she was like, "Oh, where are they from?" And I said, "Oh, they're chlamydian." And she was like, "Oh, I've never heard of that country before." And I was like, "Yeah, chlamydia. Yeah, it's a country in South America.
What's the flag?
It's just a couple of genitals looking a little bit
What, sad
worse
or
for
happy?
wear. Sad looking genitals. I think with the flag of chlamydia done.
I don't like the sex jokes. I've never been a fan of them.
You don't like sex jokes?
No, I think
Are
they're
you 82 years old?
No, I just they seem so obvious. They're too easy to
Are
do.
you
to
too
make
classy
it
for a sex
too
joke?
classy for a sex joke.
Twist your nipples, you
Oh,
bastard.
okay, thank you. Like it feels wrong.
It feels wrong. You're
Like, I came here for a bit more of a story.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
get that. I understand that it's like quick, easy, low hanging fruit.
Sure,
That
sure.
doesn't mean they're great.
Yeah, you like missionary, don't you?
Okay.
Yeah. This is spoken like a man who likes missionary.
This guy
You just want
is
missionary,
sex
fully
constantly.
clothed.
I didn't sign up for this again.
You don't even want to take.
you just went straight.
You want to
back
keep
into-
your t-shirt back on. You want to keep your t-shirt on during sex, don't you?
I have no comment ever.
You do a little bit.
No comment ever. This is just a thing. No comment.
Let me ask you a
I'm going to
question.
plead the fifth. 100%.
Let me-
don't do it.
Let me ask you a
Don't do
question.
it.
During sex, socks on or off?
No. It's
Off.
not a thing. You love this stuff, don't you?
On or off?
Genuinely,
On or
you
off?
love it. You genuinely
On or off?
love it.
Socks on
Why,
or off?
Can we not do more than this? This
No,
is so
no.
easy.
This is our level.
Oh,
Socks on or off?
listen, It's no comment.
Socks on or
Oh,
off?
no comment.
I'm socks on.
I'm sure you are,
Yeah, I don't
and
have
I'm
nice
sure
feet.
you enjoy it.
I don't have nice feet for it.
You don't have nice feet.
No.
Have you been told that?
I mean, it's fairly obvious. They're hairy as fuck.
I've never looked.
Men
at
don't
your
have
feet.
nice feet. Women, they have nice feet. I think some women get offended by guys who keep their socks on during sex. I've heard rumors of this, but to be honest, I'm probably doing you a favor by keeping my socks on. It's gonna ruin the mood, mate.
How you do this with a straight face? I genuinely don't understand.
I think these are the important topics in life.
Whether to keep your socks on or socks off.
Yeah, you see, the fact that you don't think this is an important topic means you don't respect women. Because you've never thought about it. You've never thought about that poor girl. Does she want to see your feet, Viraj? I take it back. I feel like you're butt naked kind of guy.
No comment.
Just early doors.
Just no comment. How? What? I don't understand. Like, your brain is so interesting. For a man that has done a PhD as a full-time comic, it's too easy to.
These are the
revert to
important-
sex jokes. No.
These are the important conversations.
Okay, here's an important conversation, right? Here's a real life one. Life story. I had my niece, my little cousin round.
Right.
We'll talk
It's a
about this in
weird
the car.
segue.
It is a weird segue,
Yeah.
but it's segueing out of the chaos. And she lied for the first time and committed to it.
Yeah.
Committed to the lie. It wasn't anything serious, but I was almost proud of her in that moment. Right? And I'll tell you why. It's because she doubled down. So she had the pizza for dinner, put it in a napkin and gave the napkin to me. And I opened it. And during that period of time, like this all happened quite quickly, we had said that we were going to get ice cream. And so she said, yes, I want ice cream. And then I'd uncovered this. So I asked her, I said, the family said, like, did you do this? And she's like, no, it's Viraj. It wasn't me. It was Viraj. And I looked at her and I saw her look at me, look at the ice cream van, look at me again, and then double down on the fact that it definitely wasn't her, just so that she could get the ice cream. And I was proud of her because she did something.
That's good.
She had to do something. Like, it shouldn't have been in that situation anyway. Like, I wouldn't want her to do it again. But it told me a lot about her character for wanting to
She's
get
a little
something.
liar, yeah. She lies for what she wants is the moral of the story.
Yeah, basically.
And you like that.
No, I'm not sure if I like that.
No.
That's wrong.
Because today
I was happy for her. It was like an unlocked feature.
she's lying to the family, tomorrow she's lying to a jury.
No, it's
Do you know what I mean?
definitely not, no.
I mean, she's going to have to lie to a jury at one point. We all are.
No, the whole
Actually,
point is that you can't.
definitely shouldn't
Yeah,
say that.
definitely.
That could come up.
Definitely not.
Yeah. It is interesting to watch kids lie, though, isn't it?
Yeah, because
Badly.
you can see the cogs turning.
Yeah. They're trying to formulate a lie, but their little brains, their little prefrontal cortex hasn't developed.
kicked in. I call
They
it like I tried to save her one time, and she got caught out in her own lie. And I was like, you haven't figured out how to do this yet.
No.
But now that she has, it's the first time and the last time.
My nephew came into the kitchen not this one, the other one, and he was like, I think I should have an ice cream. I was like,
He thinks he should have an ice
I
cream.
was like, why do you think you should have an ice cream? He
That's a
goes,
nice way to
I think I've been good, so I should have one.
Mhm.
I was like, did you ask your dad? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, so if I ask your dad now, he'll say, you can have an ice cream. And he looked at me and goes, I don't think we should ask him again. And I was like, we shouldn't ask him. Why not? And he goes, because he's busy. I was like, not busy. He's just
smart.
It's like he's trying to keep up the lie. So I got and asked my brother-in-law. Said, "Did you say he can have an ice cream?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "Good effort, mate. Next time."
Good story.
Good story.
Good story.
He nearly got me.
How close?
Nah, he wasn't that close, but he'll get there. He's young. He's young. But lying is like they need to learn to lie. It's a survival technique.
It is, but I think
Is it okay to lie, Viraj? Would you? How often do you lie?
I try not to do it often. I don't think I do a lie often.
When you're lying, do you know you're lying, or do you feel like you accidentally lie?
When I'm lying, do I know I'm lying or do I accidentally lie? Oh, accidentally.
Accidentally.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes I lie just to keep a story simple.
So you do it on purpose.
Yeah, but I'm not even doing it consciously. I'll just like change a part of a story that's inconsequential just to keep the story simple. But technically I'm lying. But I'm just keeping the story simple.
Yes, I do that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Just
if there's
things have happened and you're like, oh, this is going to be a very long way to
Yeah.
get it. And so you kind of, it's like that you're making up a new story, but it's got
Sure.
the same facts as the old story.
Yeah. Or if there's an important element for a
You're
story
trying to
but it's not
highlight that.
relevant. Like for example, if I need to tell a story about I was on a train and I got talking to someone and someone came on the train without any shoes on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll like omit that part of the story, or maybe I'm not on the train anymore. Maybe I was in the car or whatever. Like I'll change the story around. That was a bad example, but you
That
know
was a
what I mean.
really terrible example.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, sometimes I'll lie just to keep things simple. I lie to you all the time.
It's okay.
All the time.
It's all right.
Should I give you an example?
Go on.
Raj, you look really nice today. Very handsome.
Thank you so much.
Could you tell I was lying?
No, 100%. You smile when you lie.
Oh, I don't know. I smiled there. So if I
You
smile
know
at you,
this,
ladies
you
and
know
gentlemen,
this.
you shouldn't trust me.
So every time your groupies come to meet you, and you've got the fake smile.
Can I go back to something I'm very passionate about?
Please.
Right at the start. I'm genuinely fed up of listening to people's stories about their lives.
Just tell me why.
I just think if it hasn't come up organically, just shut up. Like the other day, I was in a coffee shop and I overheard these two tables that were talking to each other from across tables, and the guy just randomly started talking about his time in India.
Mm-hmm.
No one asked him.
No context.
No context. He just wanted to say it, right?
Right.
And then whatever she brought up, he would just make it about himself and put it in a context of something he's done. He was like, yes, this one time I was in India, this one time I was in China, and I was spending time with this tribe. No one asked.
But do you not feel like you've got to empathise in people's, like, in conversations
I
sometimes?
just think it's a bit narcissistic. Just chill out,
So
man.
did it feel like he was doing it because he wanted to make it about him?
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
100%.
So that was the thing.
Just don't talk. Just don't talk. We've got enough talking in life. I feel I'm getting negative in life. I feel a little bit negative these days.
For what reason?
I don't know. Maybe I'm getting older. I'm 28, but in Turkish years, that's 47.
Yeah.
I just despised him in that moment. I was like, why are you making this about you?
Why do you worry about it?
It's not that I worry about it. It just annoys me. Just like,
But
stop.
why? Like, why are you concerned with it? Why has it vexed you that much? Like, I've noticed myself, I just kind of, when I hear people doing things, or I try and I see people doing things I don't like, I'm just like, okay. Like, what am I going to do? I'm going to have like a little rant and whatever. Like, no, leave it be. Let people go do their thing. Let's have their moment. And then you move on and you learn something about that person in that process. Because if they do it and then do it again and do it again, you're like, this is your style.
Yeah, I'm probably never going to see him again.
Was he sitting at your table?
No,
Was he talking to you, just overhearing it?
I was just listening. I was just listening on.
Here's you go to different parts of the country, right? With comedy. What's it like outside of London at the moment?
What do you mean?
Like, just what's it like? You do comedy in London, and I can understand what that looks like and what that feels like because I've been to the events. But like in the regions, the Birminghams, the Coventries, the Manchesters.
I feel like in other parts of the country, people just do what they want. Like no planning permission, just vibes. Like there could be a shisha lounge on a roundabout in Birmingham. No one bats an eyelid.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like people just do what they want. It's pretty sick actually. Like it's just so random.
Is that the movie?
Birmingham is the Wild West. Birmingham, people do what they want in Birmingham. It's a lawless place. They do what they want. I love it. I respect it. It's quite gangster, not gonna lie. Literally on a roundabout, there could be a shisha lounge just for no reason.
What's it like in Liverpool?
Liverpool's
Fun crowd?
sick. Liverpool's the best. The people in Liverpool are so much nicer than the rest of the country.
I agree with that.
Everyone else is miserable.
But I don't understand why they're happier, or why we get this sentiment that the rest of the country outside of London is happier than London.
I mean, London is just a miserable place.
It's not though.
No one. It is. Everyone's poor. No one talks to each other unless they're drunk. Everyone's rude.
You literally talk to people for a living.
Yeah. In a comedy club, I'm entertaining, and I don't talk to people for a living. I talk at people for a living.
This is true.
I'm not having a conversation up there. I'm talking at them. It's different. But people in, if you go around the country, you find people a lot more polite.
Mm-hmm.
All around the country. Way more polite.
Do you enjoy doing the regions more than you do?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. Actually, the best place to perform in London is South London. For sure. Best crowd.
Why?
Most diverse.
What, so your jokes hit better?
Yeah, it's just a better vibe.
So it's just geared up for you
Yeah,
to
it's
be in
just
South
better.
London?
South London's sick. South London's the best place in London for comedy. By far. Have
Have you got like a favourite comedy club?
Up the Creek Comedy Club.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not even South London.
Yes,
It's
it
like
is.
East London, no?
No, it's not.
That's considered South London.
Yeah. It's in Greenwich.
Greenwich.
Yeah.
Greenwich is like East London.
The postcode is
SW. No, SE.
it's Up the Creeks. Let me look it up. Cutty Sark, Up the Creek Comedy Club. This is a plug. It is. What the fuck? It is Up the Creek. It is SE10. Yeah, South East London.
Eastern.
Yeah, no, that counts. It definitely counts.
Greenwich is not South London. I'm south of London. You're north of London.
No, Greenwich is that area is South London.
It takes me so.
It's a
long
lovely
to-
area.
Weird. It's a weird area.
Yeah.
It feels like a seaside town, but at the
Greenwich.
same time,
Yeah,
we were saying
Greenwich
to Ali
Village.
about this. It's a seaside town vibe, but not by a seaside. Like at all.
Does have a seaside vibe to
You
it.
see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it feels like everyone's on holiday there until
Yeah.
it rains.
I'd love to live there. I looked up the rent there once. It was really expensive.
Was it?
Yeah.
Aren't there a lot of students that live there because of the university?
Probably. It's very expensive to live around there though. Shoot. My nephew keeps trying to come in here. He looks very confused.
I think he doesn't understand what we're doing.
No, he has no clue. Let's just ignore him and he'll move on at his own right. Here's something I wanted to talk about that's also annoyed me recently. Window cleaners. Do I need to... Okay. Yeah, window cleaners are annoying me recently, man. They need to start going... Window cleaners need to start going back up the ladder. What is this?
What do you mean?
Have you seen what window cleaners do now?
No.
So-
I clean my own windows.
They don't go up the ladder anymore. They just have a long stick and they just kind of just finger your windows from a distance. Bro, they're not cleaning the windows.
Yeah,
They're just splattering it with water from a distance. They can't see what they're doing. What is the point?
Why are you so concerned?
Because I'm paying for it.
Yeah, but they're clean. Like, is the window clean afterwards?
No. They can't clean it from the floor with a long ass stick. They can't see what they're
Start a
cleaning.
window cleaning company that does clean windows properly.
Yeah, they need a ladder, is what I'm saying. But they've stopped going up the ladder. Do you know why?
Don't you clean your windows?
Because we have a generation of beta males. That's why.
How do you
We
know
need the
this?
alphas back. We need the alphas.
How do you know this?
We need the alphas who used to go up the ladders. Back in my day, the window cleaners used to go up the ladders. Now what do? They just poke at it from fucking 400 meters away for health and safety reasons, wearing their AirPods. I want you to hear when it's clean.
How does this hurt you so much?
Bro, does your family not have window cleaners?
No, we clean our own windows.
You clean your windows
Yeah.
from outside.
Yeah, I just get out, clean them, like use the ladder.
So you use a ladder.
Yeah.
There you go. Because you're a real man.
What's the problem?
These guys are meant to be professionals. They just have a long ass stick.
But I don't understand, like, why does it concern you that much?
What do you mean, why does that concern me? I want the windows clean. You're gaslighting me right now
but it
over
doesn't
this.
make sense.
It makes complete sense.
Okay, do they get the job done properly?
No!
So, use another window cleaner.
None of them use ladders.
Have you asked?
Have you seen a window?
Have you
When was the
asked?
last time you saw a window cleaner using a ladder?
I don't know.
Exactly. It's a dying art. Because one guy fell off a ladder once and they all pussied out. Took one guy.
Just one.
His name was Steve.
Did you know Steve personally?
I knew Steve.
Right. Was Steve your friend?
Steve was everyone's friend because he used to get the job done. Let me tell you what my window cleaner does, right? It's absurd. And I bet he makes bare money out of this, right? Man rocks up in his little spaceship looking minivan, yeah? He's got a long ass hose. He's using my water. So I'm paying for that as well. Right? So he's hooking up to my water supply. He's got his AirPods in. He's either listening to a self-help book about, 10 ways to get rich. One of them, window cleaning, right? And he's just poking at my windows from a distance. This is a pretty high up house, right? There is no way he can see what he's cleaning, right? And he doesn't polish it, nothing. Just scrubs away for a bit, and then he fucks off and he does another 20 houses in a day. Each of them probably paying 30, 40 quid.
Do you tell him that he hasn't done a good job?
No, of course I don't.
So
I'm scared of him.
That's a you problem.
I'm terrified.
That's not a them problem.
I'm terrified of confrontation.
And is he coming back to clean your windows?
I've been annoyed about this for about 2 years.
Muhsin, just you got to tell your window cleaner, mate.
I can't have an open discussion with my window cleaner.
So why does he keep coming back? Is he on like retainer?
It's a toxic relationship. He keeps abusing me.
I think you should stop.
He keeps abusing me and I keep taking it.
No, stop. It's not worth it.
They make a lot of money, those window cleaners.
They do. You do like the 20 jobs times the 40 quid.
You don't.
It's not a bad day's
so
work.
you poke a couple of windows.
Day's work. It's a tough day's work.
No, not anymore, Viraj.
Yeah, what do you mean? It's still tough. You still have to manually do something.
He's not doing anything.
He is.
He's poking a window. He's not going up a ladder. What's he doing? This. Oh no. This is a big house, Viraj. This is a big house. Yeah.
So if you love this so much,
Let me ask you a question.
Hold on. If you love this so much, don't be a comic. Be a window cleaner.
Oh, I'd make way more money, right? House this big. How long do you reckon it should reasonably take a window cleaner to clean this house?
Like 2 hours.
Should I tell you how long he's here?
How long?
Max half an hour.
Good on him.
Baller. I'm surprised the minivan he comes with doesn't have gold rims. Think about that. Hang on, let me quickly ask my mum. Mum, I'm there. How much do you pay the window cleaner? Quickly. 40.
40? That's a good price.
Okay, £40.
It's a
£40 for 30 minutes. £40. He's here for 30 minutes. Okay, let's calculate this. So let's say he can do 2 houses an hour and he works 8 hours a day.
Yep.
£80 an hour times by 6. What's that? £480 a day.
Yep. Good money.
That is sick money, bruv.
Minus
And what's his
costs.
cost? Water. It's my water.
Nobody's going to get the cleaning supplies.
Doesn't need to buy a ladder.
No, he uses yours.
He doesn't use a ladder. He is tall. I'll give him that. He's about 6'3". He's got that going for him. And if you're wondering, Viraj, am I going to post this as a 5-minute run on my Instagram about...
You totally are, aren't you?
100%.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
£480. He does that. Does he have that many clients though? How many clients do you reckon he sees a day?
20.
Huh?
10 to 15.
You
10 to
think
20.
he's,
Yeah,
you think he's that
definitely.
busy? Okay, so let's say £400 a day.
Yeah, because if you're doing half an hour jobs,
Yeah.
doesn't he just work his way down the road to begin with? Unless he's got the client base.
All right, 400 is doing
Could even have an app that's like set up and
400 times 5,
you just book in.
2 grand times 52. It makes 100 grand a year. Tell you what doesn't make me 100 grand a year.
Comedy.
Comedy.
Not yet.
No. And I'm climbing the comedy ladder. He's not climbing any ladder.
You love that, didn't you? You wanted to do that so badly. Do you think it will, like, when's the time frame for earning that much?
Well, if I get into window cleaning in about 2 months.
No, for comedy.
Ooh. 5 years?
From now.
Yeah,
You
maybe.
think you'll do 100 grand a year.
Hopefully. Somehow. I don't know, man. I honestly don't know.
You just kind of just.
I don't know. I don't know. Whenever it comes, it comes. I mean, what is that? Is 100 grand a year in this day and age a lot of money to make?
For the UK, yeah.
Yeah, it's still way above, but you're not rich off 100 grand a year.
No, you live a pretty cushy life.
Yeah.
No dependents.
As a single guy?
Yeah, no dependents.
No, but as a married guy, 100 grand a year.
With kids?
With kids.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't go as far.
In London, no.
Central London, no way.
Like, what's the point? There's no point living in London anymore, bruv. What are you doing in London? What is the point? What is the point?
So I went to a car show on Sunday in Wimbledon, and I fell in love with the houses there.
Yeah, but you can't.
I was like,
You need a lot of money to live in the
6,
fancy houses
7,
in Wimbledon.
8 mil, maybe 10. Just looking at them, I was like, this is amazing.
You know those people who live in those nice houses in Wimbledon? They've done some horrible things, those people. 100%. All those people who live in Wimbledon, they've done some terrible things.
so
If you're one of the
nice.
people who lives in Wimbledon
With
in
the
those
red
fancy
brick,
ass houses,
like,
you've got
pillars.
you've got some skeletons in your closet, mate. They've got a couple of illegal immigrants that they're underpaying in that house for
No
sure.
way, no way.
100%.
They probably all own businesses.
Yeah.
Some
Not
of them
paying their
work as
taxes.
lawyers. Definitely paid their taxes.
Definitely paying their taxes. Look at you,
Definitely
dirty
paid
little
their
Tory,
taxes.
defending them.
Definitely paid their taxes.
Absolutely
I
not.
wouldn't say. Who did you vote for?
Taxes is for the poor. Only the poor people pay their
Who did
taxes
you
in this
vote for?
country. I voted Labour.
I voted Conservative.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, you dirty bastard.
Why would you say that?
Oh.
What was your reasons? Go on.
Huh?
What was your reasons? This is such a.
Well, we might as well just try something different, innit? It hasn't worked.
It's such a dividing conversation
Listen,
for our nation.
listen,
Why?
I'm not
Like,
a Keir
what-
Starmer.
But what is the reason?
I'm not a Keir Starmer guy.
Yeah.
Right? He looks a bit like a deputy head teacher who doesn't have anyone's respect, that everyone kind of takes the piss out of. He looks like he's making up as he's going along when he's talking, and he's got a shit haircut, right? But we might as well try something different.
So it was might as well try something different.
It hasn't
that you
worked,
wanted.
Viraj. Your
Okay.
12 years of Tory austerity has not worked. The country is now worse off
I
than it
agree.
was when
I-
they came in.
I agree.
And they've done some pretty horrid shit
Do
in
you
that
know
time.
what it was, right? I genuinely believed that someone that looks like me in that position could do better.
Yeah.
And maybe it just didn't work.
He looks like you, but he doesn't feel like you, Viraj.
Possibly, probably, 100% definitely not. But I think that's what I was. That's what
I don't think Rishi Sunak was waking up in the morning saying, "How can I improve the lives of South Asians?"
No,
I think he
that's
was
not-
waking
no,
up in the morning and
that
saying,
wasn't
"How
what
can
I was
I?"
going for. That wasn't what I was going for. When I said that, when I say he looks like me, feels like looks like me, not feels like me. Looks like me is like, yes, he's brown.
Yeah.
One. But like, I definitely wouldn't think that he wakes up in the morning and thinks that.
You do give off Rishi Sunak vibes a little bit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And what I did feel is that like he was well educated in the space. Like he came from an investment bank. You think he could sort of apply that knowledge
Sure.
of how to run a country.
Sure. So what you're saying is you want banker bros to run our country. Have you seen those boys on the weekend?
Yeah, crazy.
Apply a bit of your... Think of everyone you
And
know.
guys that turn up to your comedy shows.
Think of everyone you know who works in finance. Do they look like people you want running the country? Probably not.
Yeah, but would you rather have someone that knows the numbers than someone who doesn't?
He didn't know the numbers. We just found out that they were tricking the numbers. They were messing with the numbers.
Is that really? We just
Yeah,
found out.
that's
Okay.
apparently what's going on. Labour found a little black hole in the books. Country's worse than we thought.
maybe there was a black. How do we know this though? Is it just what they're saying?
This is what that's coming out. There's going to be an inquiry, I think.
There's going to be an inquiry.
An inquiry.
Oh, very interesting. Very serious.
Oh, an inquiry. I love it when the government does an inquiry about the government.
Yeah, it's like they did it for COVID.
It's like, yeah. Don't worry, guys. I'll look into this about me. Like, okay, mate.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
What do they do? Do they get the shadow government to do it on the?
No.
They just set up a separate.
No, it's just someone from within the party.
So the party
who investigates
does
their party
on itself.
Yeah.
When that party's in government.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's Labour inquiring into the Conservative Party.
Yes. But generally, they do an internal investigation about themselves.
So like the COVID inquiry was the Conservatives inquiring about the Conservatives just for the sake
Sue
of
Gray.
inquiring. Wow.
I think Sue Gray. Yeah, I think that's how that works. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm not into politics.
That would be very interesting. It's kind of wrong.
Mm-hmm. Kind of wrong, is it, Viraj?
It sounds wrong. It sounds very wrong.
It's 14 years.
What? Conservative leadership?
Mm-hmm. Was it 14 or was it 12?
It was a long period of time.
14. Good job.
And now what? The lecture changed to red.
Did you enjoy having an Indian Prime Minister?
Didn't really think of it like that.
You didn't?
Nah.
Indians are smashing it, man.
You know what? I was watching something the other day about this, and I think it's true. There is a sense of community that's deeper than other places and other cultures, right? Like take, for instance, people from Jewish culture. You find that they all...
Here we go! I'm joking.
I'm picking my words very carefully. You find that like they always band together. They always live in there's always a really strong group of them in one area, like South Asians and Southall.
Sure.
Or Tooting or wherever, right?
Turks in North London.
Turkish people in North London. And they do that really well. And I've noticed it more and more, and I'm like, I actually quite like that because it's like they know what they like, and yeah, they just kind of kept it the same. No, it hasn't really changed. It's like Little India's Little India, Little Venice is Little Venice. Like nothing's changed in that space. It's the way that they want it hasn't been gentrified, and I quite like that. That's pretty cool.
It's kind of gangster.
And it kind of makes sense because they all lean on each other. Or we'd hope they kind of lean on each other. Realise that I don't have that.
Making your own country in a country is gangster. Like Chinatown in London, gangster.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
That is very gangster.
And the fact that it's so commercialised.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. When you really deep it,
like
that is quite cool. And there's a Chinatown everywhere, isn't there?
Yeah. Wherever we go,
there is a Chinatown.
We set up shop. When I say people say the Chinese are going to invade and take over, they already have, bro. Everywhere's got a Chinatown. They've got their base.
Yeah.
That's gangster. That is gangster. Like, for example, what's like Brick Lane? That was like, I suppose, Little India back in the day. Is it really still?
Is Brick Lane Edgware Road?
No. Brick Lane was like where all the curry shops used to be.
I've never been.
You dirty bastard.
No, don't spend that time in that side of London.
How Indian would you say you are?
Not very.
Yeah?
Not very.
Do you like being Indian?
I don't think of myself as always Indian. I'm English.
Oh, God.
Would you think of yourself as Turkish?
Yeah.
Like, you are Turkish.
I'm Turkish, but living in England. I'm English as well, but I'm Turkish.
I'm
Turkish, bro.
With Indian heritage.
I can feel the kebabs running through my blood, bro. That might be high cholesterol, but I can feel it. I can feel it. I love being Turkish.
I'm not like fully Indian though. When you say it like that, like when I think of Indian, I think of people that live in India. I'm not that. I am English, and I'm someone, and I'm an Indian. I'm English with someone of Indian descent, who lives in England. Like I'm English. I've got a British passport, right? Like, I am what the passport says I am. Why am I gonna I'm not anything different. When you have the little form that you click of like, what are you? I'm British Indian. Or someone of Indian heritage. Like, I just go what the passport says. Why do I need to change that? If I wanted to change it, I'd just move to India, wouldn't I? Like, you think of yourself as Turkish Cypriot or Turkish?
I'm Turkish Cypriot, bro. I can feel it. I see myself as a Turkish Cypriot person.
You think you could go and live in Turkey?
If someone were to ask me, where are you from? I'd say, I'm Turkish Cypriot. I wouldn't say I'm English.
No, I say I'm English.
I live in England, but I'm Turkish Cypriot.
My heritage is...
I could feel the Turkish Cypriotness in my blood. I could feel that cholesterol running through my body. When I get on a plane to go to Cyprus and I find out that everyone on that plane...
When was the last time you went to Cyprus?
2 years ago. When I get on that plane and everyone on that plane is my cousin, I feel good.
Yeah?
I like it.
You sure?
Yeah, I like it.
You like it a lot?
I like it, yeah.
He loves doing this, doesn't he?
Yeah. He loves distracting. He can't wait to get back in.
He can't wait.
But yeah, being Turkish is sick, man.
Do you think it's an area you've doubled down on in the content?
Ralph, can you go away, please? Go away.
Bye-bye, Ralph.
Go to Nanne. Sorry, guys, we have an intruder.
the window. I love it.
Hang on, let me go.
No, he's run away. So Muhsin is currently running after his nephew. Have you locked him in the other room?
Huh?
Have you locked him in the other room?
Well, hopefully.
Does he do that a lot?
He's just a cheeky boy, isn't he?
He's nice though.
I'm gonna let me lay out the case for why being Turkish is so good to you, right? Let me sell being Turkish to you.
Talk to me.
Right? As a Turkish person, our main dish is kebabs.
Okay.
You know how delicious that is.
I do.
Every
I made
Friday
some on the weekend.
On the weekend, we have the best food in the country.
Do you eat
right?
kebabs every weekend?
Most days, right? It's bad for your cholesterol, but it makes your heart stronger. I firmly believe that, right? When you go anywhere around the country, there's Turks, just like there's Indians all around the country. You feel at home. You see another Turkish person, you get in an Uber and they're Turkish, they look at you like, Turk Muslim. And you're like, Kıbrıslim. And they're like, oh, we're brothers. And then you get on. You get a good deal. You get good experiences.
You can do that with everyone though.
What do you mean? Don't undersell this. Let me have this. Let me have this, right? Jesus, just because you don't like being Indian.
No one said that.
You said that.
I didn't say I didn't like being Indian.
No, you said it off the podcast.
All hearsay.
Yeah. You have a place to go to every summer. It's beautiful. That's only 4 hours away.
But you've only been there.
How many times do you think
2 years ago?
Yeah.
Why haven't you gone for the last 2 years?
Because I've been smashing out a comedy career, Viraj. Jesus. I'm trying to work here. Should have gone this year. I didn't have the time. It's beautiful. You look to your left, there's mountains. You look to your right, there's the ocean. Oh, beautiful. The people are hilarious. Turkish Cypriot people in general, hilarious. Good sense of humour, good banter, storytellers. We're not athletes. We're all kind of a little bit chubby and a little bit funny looking. But we're a good time. So let me summarise this.
What are the telltale signs of someone that's Turkish?
Hang on. Let me summarise this, right? So the joys of being Turkish Cypriot. Kebabs. It's good for your heart. Beautiful country. You look to your left, there's mountains. You look to your right, there's sea. Right? The people are hilarious. Slightly chubby, but they've got a good heart. Right? A weak heart because of the cholesterol, but a good heart nevertheless. Ne mutlu Türk'üm diyene Turkish Cypriot, bruv.
How do you tell Turkish Cypriots from Turkish people or normal Cypriots?
We're the ones who come from the cool island.
Okay.
Don't get me hanging.
No, you're 100% hanging until this is finished.
Thank you.
Do you plan on going back? Do you think you'll do a tour there?
I'd love to.
Tour Turkey.
Cyprus. And Turkey, yeah, I'll do Turkey.
Little tag team.
Yeah.
Are there other Turkish Cypriot comics?
Not really. There's a few.
Do you like...
I'm probably the only one who's on the circuit.
Full time?
Full time, yeah. I mean, maybe there's, I don't know. In England, yeah. I don't think there's any other Turkish Cypriot comedians who are doing the circuit full time. Don't think so anyway. There's Turkish comedians.
Yeah.
Turkish Cypriot comedians, but I don't think anyone's doing the circuit full time apart from me.
When do you get out of the circuit?
You don't get out the circuit.
You're always on the circuit.
Well, unless you're a huge star and you don't do this comedy
But
circuit.
the goal is to not get out of the comedy. Is to get out of the comedy circuit.
I think I'll always do shows. But yeah, I'll probably
But
get out
like
the
you'll drop
circuit.
in, but you'll try
Yeah,
and do
yeah.
bigger stuff.
Yeah.
Can you break down the economics of comedy? Like, what's the goal here? Like, is it to sell seats, like to sell shows, or is it something else?
You've got to put bums on seats, man.
That's it.
That's it. Put bums on seats.
But like, isn't that like boxing? Every show is a going out of business sale.
No. No, bums
It's not
on...
like they pay a monthly retainer to
You've got to have a nice brand, obviously. Like, you want to build your brand. But the goal is ticket sales. You gotta sell as many tickets as you possibly can.
Do you not feel like that becomes overly reliant on that revenue stream? Like, shouldn't there be more?
What do you mean?
Like, shouldn't there be something outside of just ticket sales?
Yeah, of course. Like, we have this stuff, all this other stuff, brand deals. But fundamentally, you get into stand-up comedy because you want to do stand-up comedy.
Right?
So everything I do gears towards stand-up comedy.
How do the brand deals help you?
Because it builds my name,
Uh-huh.
gives me money so I can do more stand-up comedy.
Yeah, so like, give me an example. What does a brand deal look like for you?
So like, I don't know, a brand gets in touch saying, can you sell my product on your Instagram page? How much? That's a lot of money. Sure. Gives me more time to do stand-up comedy. Financial freedom.
So that's how you want to do brand deals.
I just wanna do stand-up comedy.
And so anything that helps with that,
That's what it all
Good
comes
for
down
this.
to. All of this just comes down to putting bums in seats.
why do you like it so much?
I just enjoy it, man. Why
But
doesn't...
like, what is it?
I
What is
can't
it that-
quantify it.
Is it you get a kick out of making a room of people laugh, or is it that like it does something to you? Is it that you're doing in something for
It's
other
like
people?
crack. It's like crack.
Because you have like before Muhsin was always like, over the last 4 years, it's gone from Muhsin is funny all the time to I know where he's in comic mode, and you can turn it on
It's
and off.
crack cocaine, bro. You're on stage. It's a good time. It's fun.
But it's made that way, right?
What do you mean?
It's made to be fun. Like that's the whole point.
Well, if you're shit, it's not going to be fun. You've got to be good.
Yeah, but you sometimes you get those comics that are jarring, but it's jarring in a great way. It's almost
no,
like,
no, that's skilled. I'm talking if you're a bad comedian and you're bombing. That's not going to be fun.
no, that's not funny. Or fun.
But yeah,
It's funny.
doing well on stage is a great feeling. It's probably a little bit narcissistic. I think there's an element of narcissism and ego attached to comedy.
Is there a high that you get every time you do a show and then come off it, or is it kind of plateaued
Yeah,
now?
yeah, there is a little bit. Yeah, you feel good.
Do you still get butterflies or get nervous?
Sometimes.
Does it just depend on the show?
Depends on the show.
So like a working set, bit nervous, but like something you've done multiple times, you've got no issues with.
Yeah. Or like it depends on the stakes of the show, if it's a bigger show or whatever. If it's something I haven't done before. Like if I had to do the O2 tomorrow, I'd be shitting it.
I don't think so.
No, I think I would be.
Really?
Yeah, because it'll be the biggest show of my life.
But if
I'd be
doing it to-
excited. I'd be excited.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be doing this right now. I'd be focused. Do you know what I mean? I'd be preparing for it. It'd be more of a... When you do a big show, a big show, it's like a wedding day. Everything about the day becomes about that moment, about the wedding. The wedding being your live show. You know what I mean?
Go on.
So like, let's say someone's getting married.
Yeah.
The whole day becomes about that wedding. You have to go to the dry cleaners. You have to get your hair cut. You have to do your beard, right? For that one event. You have to go collect a card. When you do a big show, it feels like a wedding day.
What was the last big show that you did that felt like that?
I don't know.
Like the Step Brothers show, I'm
No.
assuming wasn't that level.
No.
That was kind of like more run of the mill.
No. My first theatre show probably felt like that.
How many people is that?
That was 500 people, but that was 2.5 years ago, so it was a long time ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's something you don't like about your comedy? Like something you're working on? Are there things? Because it must be a very reflective thing you have to do, where you have to take the time out and go, I didn't like that piece, that didn't work, that worked, that didn't
It's just
work.
about refinement. It's just about refining the
Do you
joke.
watch back old footage? or
Yeah.
footage of the thing. See what worked.
improving delivery, diversifying the topics, stuff like that.
How do you do that?
You just write more, get better.
But do you say it in front of the mirror? Like,
No. You gotta just perform.
So you have to go and do it in public. And
You
try
can't
it.
get better at stand-up comedy in your living room. You just can't. You need to go do stand-up comedy.
But what about all those people that are funny online, and then not funny in person? Does it translate overall?
Find me a person who's funny online and then can do stand-up comedy and is sick at it the first time. Doesn't exist. It's completely different.
So a lot of the comics that we'll see, or people making funny things online, will be great stand-up comedians, or will be great in person.
It has no relevance.
But so it has no relevance.
There is no. You can be the best online content creator. You might be shit at stand-up comedy. It bears no relevance to your stand-up skills, in my opinion. Because I know brilliant stand-up comics who are terrible online. It's two different skills. Because you can't. This you can pause it. We can do several takes of this if we really wanted to. Stand-up comedy, there is no second take. You're just up there.
24/7.
What do you mean 24/7?
Like you're in that moment, like you've got to be up there. Well, I don't know why I said 24/7.
No, you just
My
have
brain
to.
just jumped.
I mean, like you can't. There's no pause. You can't yell cut while you're on stage. If you fuck up, you just have to deal with it.
How did you learn to do that?
Just repetition. There is no how. You just got to keep doing it. How does anyone get good at anything? It's hard to say. I just kept doing it.
So it's more. So your way of learning is like build up the calluses, but just keep doing the thing. Like,
Yeah,
get
you
on
just
the wheel.
gotta. You just. That's the only way you can do anything. People can chat shit and say there's a formula to these things. There really isn't. You just have to do it, and minimize the error rate.
So when we give you feedback, do you take that on board, or do you go like, let me park that there? Let me acknowledge that.
It depends what it is. If I think there's something to it, then yeah.
But then you take it.
Yeah, but like if there's nothing to it, I'll just be like, that doesn't make any sense, and I'll just keep it moving. Yeah, how does anyone get good at anything?
Repetition.
Just keep doing it. You want to get good at jumping? You jump. You know who said that?
Who?
Adolf Hitler.
No, he didn't.
No, I didn't. It was Michael
No.
Jordan.
Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
Your segues are nuts. Oh man.
Right, how long have we done?
This has been fun. This has been nice to get back into the groove of things.
What was that?
About an hour.
All right. Thank you for coming. Do you want to say anything?
Muhsin and Viraj is doing a show next week, 10th of September.
This is going to be out in time.
Yeah, of course it will.
Oh, okay. Yeah, come to my show, 10th of September.
Yeah, tickets are only £1. Apparently they're only £1 so that it's accessible to people who want to come and see the arts. Because
No, I just want to fill the room.
Yeah, also it helps because he gets a bonus when you fill the room.
For the 3 people who came this far, thank you for listening. See you later.